Hey guys, this is Charo. Welcome back to episode 21 of Satisfactory. In this episode, we're starting with looking at our fuel generators. So as I said in the last episode, I was going to complete all this stuff, kind of get all hooked up. I found out that considering the amount of fuel we are making, we can have 2 more, potentially 3 more. Also, I was doing a little bit of research into how these generators work. So without any sort of overclocking, they produce 150 and it uses 12 fuel per minute. We chuck 1 in, it produces 225 and at 16.39 per minute. So if we look at that, right, so if it was 12 per minute times 1.5 equals 150%, it should use 18, but actually is more efficient. So if we chuck all 3 in, run it at 250 times, right? So 2.5 times, it's currently using 24.28 per minute. It is producing 303.5. So if we look at 150 times 2.5, it actually should produce more. Is that 150? Oh no, it's producing 375, sorry. It's producing 375 per minute, or it should be producing 375 per minute, and it's only using 24.28. So it is using 375, right? So 150 times 2.5 comes 375. So it is producing the right amount. But then you look at the actual consumption, it's supposed to use 30 per minute. And now we see we're actually only using less than 25. So technically, if using these overclocked is more efficient than using them at this stop. So chuck a whole bunch of your power shards in there, and then you get them maxed out, and you produce so much more power. And it's actually, 1, it'll reduce the amount of space you need, and 2, more efficient for the whole case. I've got this here slowly filling. This is currently filling at, what's that? From what those numbers I can see, it's roughly 100, maybe let's go 80. Because it goes from 60 to 120. Let's go about 80, halfway point. And so that kind of tells me I can potentially put maybe 1 or 2 more on. So that's cool, but I won't put that on because we've got the packager here, and the packager is only something we need since we're gonna need packaged fuel, and packaged fuel we'll need for majority of our transport and jetpacks and stuff like that as time goes forward, because with the jetpacks we need packaged fuel to be able to use them. It's not electricity based, so so we need the packaged fuel so that we can use the jetpacks. Also, we can start using these packaged fuel in our Explorer and everything. So for that, what we need to set up is the utilization of all these. Why does it go so dark? It's always so difficult to actually work in the dark. Luckily, we have a light. So we can start using the polymer resin. So we know with the polymer resin, if we put down a refinery, right? So we put down a refinery that way. We can see that polymer resin, we can turn that into residual plastic with some water or residual rubber. We know we are struggling for plastic. It needs 60 polymer resin per minute and 20 water. How much polymer resin are we making? We're making 30, so 2 of these will supply 1. That means we've got 8 of them. We should supply 4. So let's get the 8 going. 1. Wait. Our input is going to be on the other side because our input is behind us. The only downside is water's going to be annoying then. Yeah, no, the other way is better. Because water's annoying. Water's the more annoying one out of the 2. 1, 2, 3. I can't afford it. Well, I thought I picked up more things. I guess I used them all here in making all this stuff. In which case, I'll do a quick tube ride back and I'll be back. So I thought I'll do a quick making of all this stuff. I thought it would probably be a bit easier than making you guys kind of watch all the way through. So what I did, I put that in a weird spot, but what I've done is essentially hook the water, hook the polymer resin, and kind of fed it all into here. And it will just kind of fill itself and start producing all the plastics and everything that we want. So currently we have the usage of 60, 120, 180, 240, 240, and we saw that in here we produce what's that called, 30 per machine. We've got 8 machines, so 60, 80, down here 120, 240. That means all our polymer resin will be accounted for, and those are Mark III lifts, so they'll be moving quite nicely. And actually I should probably switch that to a Mark IV merger, Mark IV conveyor there, Mark IV's there. And so because we're using 240, these things should constantly run and not have to worry about polymer resin ever backing up. And yeah, it means I can strip this down, and it also means that for some weird reason, if I do back up for polymer resin, I can set up these things for it to kind of make the stuff for it. And so now we have plastics being produced, being put in here, and then putting in here. Here is where we kind of make our plastics into empty canisters. The empty canisters that will then be filled with fuel by the packager. I wonder if you change this packager's fuel input, if that fluid there changes, because I think they've also changed a lot of the fluid mechanics where they start showing the color of it. But anyway, so it fills it with fuel, makes it into packaged fuel, and Bob's your uncle. So I'll take a few more of these just for keepsake's sake, I guess. And next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna whoop my way back into my base. They really need to update that model, but I guess since it's still early access, they'll work on it when it's more important. But yeah, I'll boot myself back into the base, and then we'll look into doing jetpacks and also getting ourselves ready for tier 7 and 8. So once we get those tier 7 and 8 project parts automated, we can start looking at kind of making all our logistics better and exploring a bit more. So I'll be right back. All right, so not too much of a travel. We're gonna look in here, and as I said in the last episode, I was gonna make a digi-die box. That's kind of a basic digi-die box if you ask me. So let's get our gas mask or jetpack. Maybe gas mask would be better. Oh no, jetpacks it is then. That one there. Pull them out, and let's get the 50 fuel. Send that into space.
R&D inflated your pocket dimension and has provided a jetpack, which operates on oil-based fuel, for increased navigational capabilities as well as odds of survival.
So we have access to the jetpack now. We've got everything to make it. Probably make 2 of them. 1 to go in here, 1 to go in the digi-die box. So there's one downside to the jetpack, and we'll see it in just a second. As cool as it is, and it's, you know, as awesome as it is to kind of fly up and down, the downside, I think, in some cases is a lot worse. So as you notice, we've only got one body slot, so that means harness, right? The speeds that we have make us do everything that we need. Or we've got the jetpacks. So the jetpacks is either use fuel, and it's made more vertical. It's not that you can't do vertical, but you'll just use a lot more fuel going up than you would horizontally. And when, like, you know, you're going to be falling off a mountain or something, just quickly equip it, and then you can kind of descend your fall nice and quickly. But yeah, so that's our jetpack. And as I said before, we're going to start looking at the project parts. So for the project parts, we've got the modular modes, and oops. So with the modular motors here, and we're going to have the adaptive control units here. So the adaptive control units are pretty good. We actually potentially can the adaptive control units here in the middle of my factory, because, you know, not like we're trying to make things look nice. But I put that here because it uses the heavy modular frames and computers here. It uses circuit boards and automated wiring. So we can put a splitter on here. So put a splitter on there so that we can get circuit boards here. We can put a conveyor belt. Probably push this out. Push a conveyor belt from this fella and this fella, and now that's pretty much all three of our manufacturing requirements for it. So let's go there. Maybe. I think I'll do it here. Put as the last two inputs. This guy. There. And the final one will be our automated wiring. And that one, we can do it as another thing from back here. I forget where's our automated wiring. We swoop down. I'm so happy I've actually decided to do it that. It's here. And we can actually just move it up through. And I wonder. Let's get full. And no. No, that won't do. Yep. Yep, that encroaches. Okay. Can't afford. Can't afford better than can't do. I like this. This makes it nice and easy. So, saying I can't afford it. We're gonna go. I had another Voop machine, I think, up here. Did I get another Voop machine up here? I'm not sure. Because I made a few. Sorry, Voop machine I'm talking about is the hypertubes, or as Kibitz would say, like that with the hyper tubes, you can kind of set them up around the staircase. So if you're ever feeling like you need a little bit extra walk, go for it. Nope, 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 nope. Reverse. I guess not enough time to reverse. Anyway, so let's go and grab some more of these guys. Really brave. Just clip it all the way up. And we'll, I'm not sure if your building will persist the but we'll find out in due course. Not right now though. Oh. Change my mind. So while we don't have currently running amazingly well, we don't have enough plastic being. I might have to switch some of our production on the other side to become plastics. So manufacturer again. This color. I have to admit, this is the first time I'm doing and remember this one is adaptive. So I've got our automated wiring that's going to be coming here. We've got our computers and our stuff. Let's make it. So the way you can kind of do the make it nice is that you can scroll wheel. It will, just your pipe up is. And then you can kind of line it up as you need. And I think I'll do the same thing. Gonna be I'll have to do it this way. Come across here. Here. Okay. That fella there. And now we just need to bring out the automated wiring and circuit boards. They're set up though. Probably set up. Split up. So right now this thing is mostly choked up on plastics. It's not choked up on circuit boards because I think our circuit boards are actually taking precedence when we have to use plastic. And we can hook up our automated wiring, and that would have everything for this guy kind of sorted. Wow. And that's our automated wiring going. Bye bye guys. There you go, we see our automated wiring going. And it's our we'll have our first soon enough. I think I'll just put a storage right in this. And when is it coming out? Come on, give me the nice shot. Up. Up. Boom. This belt doesn't move it that quickly, does it? Oh, it's only halfway there. In which case, let's start looking at which we need plastic for. Oh. Guess I'm gonna go back and get my plastics. Be right back. Why is that purple? The terrain here is really amazing. I need to start looking at what's around here more. But apparently this is the best place to kind of get all your crude oil because there's a whole bunch of crude oil veins here around here. This place gets very loud. And let's get all the plastic. And once we have all that set up, we can do monorail, which I can't look up right now, but the monorail, we've got the electric locomotive, which you need to get, which is not too expensive now. We've got everything, and we can make beacons nice and easy. We've got freight cars. freight cars, and that's not too hard as well. It's just heavy modular frames and pipes. And then we also need the platforms. So platforms, we've got freight platforms and the empty platforms. I like that, an empty train platform for when you need train. So I'm not 100% sure how it kind of works out, but essentially we can make a train station each one of our satellite factories for now. So we'll have one in our original plastic and rubber factory, we'll have one in our steel factory, and we'll have one in our fuel factory, and then we can kind of pull everything from there. I think because in our plastics and rubber factory, since we produce both plastic and rubber, and our fuel factory only producing plastics, we can probably put in the same freight car. And the same thing with our steel one, we produce quick wire, we're producing gunpowder, and we're producing, what's the other thing called? Quick wire, gunpowder, and steel ingots. We may as well do it that way as well. So next thing we're going to look into is this manufacturer. Can I get in line with this fella? Yes. Oh. Thank you. So this guy, we need motors, rubber, and smart plating. Well, luckily enough, we can probably take this fella out. We can put a wall. Let's go with that guy. And because we just need 3, we need the motors, our smart plating, and what was it? Our rubber. That shouldn't be too hard. So next thing we need to go is all down here. Oh, it's all the way here. Interesting. My convenient little door is now gone. Oh, lucky in this game, you just make doors wherever you need. And I might have to set up this in a different way. Probably push it out that way. So I can go. So these smart splitters always can be configurable. They are never locked to one way. You can always set it to the. You can always reconfigure them. There you go, and we can just punch out a wall through there. And that way we've got everything we need. So, of course. Anyway, we'll sort that out when we have to. First things first. We need to sort these things out. So, let's get our. That. So are they hooked? They look like they're hooked. Hopefully they're hooked. Alright, so we need our motors and our smart plating and our rubber. Nice and easy. Because it's and just attach it to this sort of bus line here, which isn't too bad. So we can get it up. Let's probably do that. And there-ish. Oh. That worked too. I know it's encroaching. I know it's encroaching. I know it's encroaching. We are gonna be doing things about that. I guess it doesn't want me to do things about that unless I do it front. so you don't have to worry about it too much. This just it makes enough of a matter. We need logistics. Oh, wrong way. That way. I'm gonna have to put this. Oh, we need to bring it over more. Say it was supposed to be the squiddy floor. The arrow, as I said in last episode, that's from Smart. Amazing mod for helping design factories and kind of make things work a bit more efficiently. And I need this fella here. Oh. 1, 2. Okay. Yeah. 5. Oh no! It's encroaching. Don't need those. I mean, technically, yeah, I don't really need them. Having one big bin of them is actually good. So. Hey. Alrighty. So that's the first one. Our next one is going to be our motors. And our motors are back here. Okay, people. Putting all our production in one area. Oh no! Got that side is input side. So we might actually have to do motors from a different angle. And actually, I'm quite excited looking at this. Looking at my motors before. If for anything, you'll be in a very weird way of doing it. But I'm quite excited because, you know, it stems the challenge of how we're going to do it. Since, you know, it has a weird placement and everything. But if we go, that's the inside. See? By the way, it's just got a very weird placement, but like if we do placement on that guy there, it doesn't go to anything really. Oh, and it's like in between two walls. Means that. Nope. Anyway. No, it doesn't. No. But I still want its thing to be around here. In line. Looks in line. It is in line. Oh. what I'm gonna do. That one then. Lift. Let's get ourselves outside. Not get myself outside. There you go. And then now this will still. It's spaghetti, but it works. Okay. Now the center one. Go that way. Too steep, so it's not high enough. I need to make my way. Let's see if vooping actually keeps our stuff. I don't think it does because it kind of takes you out of your people. I think it does. Yeah, it didn't. That's all right. So what we'll still do, we'll still have it out, but I'm gonna make it an outdoor feature. Yeah. Now, how cool is that? Because we've got our motors kind of being, oh, wrong voop. Stators, up them in there. Why is my stick? Oh, because they're not producing enough steel pipes. Don't put me. They probably want you to. All right. So that's that going, and we need to put motors in here, rubbers in here, and have I done? No, done motors. I just need to do smart plating. Smart plating is down below. Okay. I'm gonna quickly just kind of do smart plating on my own because it'll be another, I'll probably have to do an outdoor rigging again, and it'll just be a bit quicker to do it that way, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, so after a little bit of configuring and going around everywhere, I was able to get everything across. I got our motors, our smart plating, our rubber. This fella's just about to take out his first modular frame. There you go. Wow, all that work just for one, but there you go. That's everything kind of fitted. That's already made our adaptive units, adaptive control units. We'll get that full, and then we've got this fella to make our modular engines, and then we'll be able to push it up into. Do I have room? Clearance of others. Oh god. Need to find a new space. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Terra. We've really changed a lot of what we had to do, and I'm actually quite surprised how well everything kind of turned out. So hope you guys enjoyed. This is Terra, and I'll see you in the next episode. Gotcha.